What is up, good people? Jungle Inc. here. Hope you're doing well. Just got done listening to Brad Garlinghouse in Davos. He had a little fireside chat there. And there's one section that I really want to discuss. And it's why Ripple is not IPOing right now. Because what I don't accept is, well, we just don't need the cash. You know, we heard other people state that. Well, yeah, but long-term investors, employees who have earned, stock options, they need a liquid market where they can call on that value if they so choose. When we asked David, well, why is Ripple buying back those shares? He stated that the market for these private shares is largely illiquid, and the types of numbers your big investors and major employees would be looking to cash in at. Now, luckily, Ripple has, cash on the balance sheet to take care of some of these people that have been around an awful long time and might want to cash out some of their equity, but they're not always going to be able to burn $250 million. They're not going to be able to guarantee every major investor and every significant employee that in perpetuity they'll be able to do this. What's with the delay? And I think Brad Garlinghouse was making a lot of sense up there on stage. He says, look, with this current, enforcement agency over there at the SEC, we ain't going to hand them over an S1 with all of our activities just so they can comb through it and drum up additional lawsuits, because that's what they did to Coinbase. They went through their S1, this is everything that we do, and they chefed up some lawsuits. Same thing with Ripple's original lawsuit. Ripple sat down voluntarily and shared with them all sorts of information which they weaponized and turned around and sued Ripple. They're not going to play this game. They're not going to do it voluntarily. You best believe that. And one of the greatest things about being a private company is you don't have to disclose all of this information. We're not going to be doing this whole fishing expedition with the SEC. And that makes sense. Now's not the time. They can hold off until a later date. They got the cash. Again, they don't need to raise capital. Now is not the environment to do so. And I think that was an eloquent way of kind of laying out the problem. And when the day comes and Ripple does want to go public, they still don't have to raise any capital. They could just do a direct listing. Those shareholders that would like the cash out, they provide the shares to the market. It's as simple as that. That's what Coinbase did. Coinbase is like capital is essentially free, interest rates are nothing. When they went public, they did not do an IPO. They did not issue any shares to the market and sell off any equity. They didn't need any cash. They just did a direct listing. Ripple may do the same in the future, or they may decide to raise some cash to pump into some of these businesses they're building out. Doesn't really matter. The day will come when they do so, but Brad Garlinghouse's answer on stage in Davos makes a lot of sense. Because just saying, well, it's a tough regulatory environment, the SEC can't stop you from sending payments globally, selling XRP on the secondary market, whatever you're doing. So that alone, just saying, a tough regulatory environment, that didn't quite spell out the problem as clearly as he did today, saying, look, we're not giving them the full playbook to try to drum up some new lawsuit. And I think that's only common sense. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Inc.